In this video, we review One Piece manga chapter 990. I'm getting a bit excited because we're so close to 1,000 chapters. Anyway, let's talk about 990. In the cover story, we see Chiffon and Lola pulling someone who I assume to be Pound. Finally, that cover story seems to be ending, and I love that it's ending on a positive note. Now, as predicted, I'm pretty sure that a lot of fans guessed that Sasaki would come untied, but I didn't expect Big Mom to be the one doing that. I always thought that some members of Kaido's crew would untie Sasaki, or Perospero and Marco could have roughed him up and knocked him out. Though we could assume that from the lack of damage that he took, both Marco and Perospero passed by him or took a different route. Anyway, right now he is going to focus on Denjiro. I didn't think that he would be great friends with him, but since Denjiro betrayed him, he is now out for blood. I am now assuming that Brook and Kinemon won't be fighting Sasaki anytime soon. Wah, wah. I guess that Brook and Kinemon can team up against Sasaki in my matchups video, so that seems to be a fail right now. But you never know. Oda could still pull a twist out. Sasaki's indifference to what's happening is suspicious to say the least. I feel more betrayal vibes coming from him. We'll see later on if he turns against Kaido. But what's even more amazing is the fact that Sasaki was miraculously free of any damage. I wonder if he saw his life flash before his eyes when he saw that huge slash coming right at him. I think it's kinda weird that Sasaki was surprised about Big Mom's powers. I mean, wasn't he a previous captain that got defeated by Kaido, or maybe his crew? Why doesn't he know about Kaido's capabilities? And if he did know, wouldn't it be logical to assume that all the other Yonko are monsters like Kaido? Anyway, I'm assuming that on the next few chapters we see Sasaki encounter Big Mom being rolled off in Robin's Delphinium technique. That would be funny to see, and thinking about all this rolling makes me miss roller coasters.
A few moments later.
On the next page, though, we see an awesome fight scene up top. Kaido just looking angry. The Musketeers are dominating. And I think this is Shishilian slashing up some fodder, looking. Jack is fighting back even though he's taken a lot of damage already, which was quite expected. He still managed to hit Sulong, Concelot, BB, and the other musketeers, with the last one looking like Wanda, which was unfortunate, but I feel like it's going to turn into more of a bloodbath for the Minx a few more chapters in. Anyway, back in Zou, Jack fought with Poppers and Fluffers on basically a one-on-one situation where they replaced each other every shift and went against Jack. But now it's a mess up there at the rooftop, having the other scabbards there outnumbering Kaido's notable crew members. I mean, only number 7 and Jack were seen there. I guess this is inevitable. I really did expect this to happen. The only question I have that is still unanswered from my previous videos is that can Jack survive all of this? That's really the only question I have here in the situation at the rooftop. Story wise, not really related to the story though. What do poppers and fluffers look like in their Sulong forms? I'm dying to know right now. We have the silhouettes of their Sulong forms right now, and I'm getting excited thinking about what they look like. Again, with Oda and his fetish with silhouettes, it's seducing me right now. But anyway, Kinemon was about to go all out when Sulong Poppers and Fluffers stopped him, and at this point, my heart stopped. I thought we were going to see them in all of their glory. I was so slow scrolling up and down the page, careful not to see their forms on the edge of the pages, but damn! There was only shadows and I can't resist. I want to know what they look like. But Oda's like,
Nope.
Fluffers doesn't look like a lasagna lover though. Puppers looks like he has rabies. But either way, they look badass. I love it. I hope they look as cool in the anime too. But I couldn't quite make out what happened on the bottom of this panel. It seems that they attacked Jack, but it's not so clear to me. But we cut to King and Queen bickering, and I want to correct myself. I previously said that these two have the dynamic like Zoro and Sanji's relationship, but no. This is much worse. This has a more aggressive, belittling tone to their conversation. Queen was trying to deduce what happened back in Udon, and King was voicing out his displeasure about Queen's failures, and he really packs it on, saying that the bar was so low for Queen, and this was such an expected outcome. Youch. That's a no from me, dog. Anyway, King was contacting the Tobiropo, mobilizing them to take action and fight against anybody going up to the roof. Hawkins was doing his tarot cards predictions again, and he was seeing a 1% survival rate for somebody. Drake mentions that he was feeling bad for that somebody, which we could only assume to be one of Luffy's allies or Luffy himself. The right to challenge an all-star thing when you find Yamato was cancelled because of the whole Onigashima mess, and we see Ulti being awesome as always. Then, Who's Who comes in looking for Drake to come with him so that they can take out Queen. It was weird to say the least because Drake still goes with Who's Who, even though he said he didn't want anything to do with their beef. We then see the Oniwabanshu taking action, but Hotei is strangely looking over his shoulder onto Fukurokuju's direction. This might be Hotei checking out Zoro, because Zoro is hot like that. But I am suspicious. Love the small action scenes here, capping it off with the small speech about taking on Ors in their current condition. Ors is now considered as easy. Dun, 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 dun. Anyway, moving along, we see that Drake is in a dire situation. Now, I hate this feeling because I predicted this to happen and I feel like I'm on a roll again. And the last time I felt this way, I got trolled by Oda with the revelation that Yamato is a woman, the scabbards go straight for Kaido, Kinemon was able to pierce Kaido, Big Mom caught Nami and Carrot, Frankie being the MVP of chapter 987 or 988, Pero coming with Marco, and a lot more. Point is, when I feel like I'm on a roll, Oda hits us with something really unexpected, which is usually awesome. So I'm not really complaining. It just feels bad knowing that I'm going to get blindsided by Oda. Anyway, Drake gets desperate and jumps down the chaos in the activity hall. He hits one of the ancient giants with a very aptly named move, Excalibur! Drake and Luffy's each score a knockdown on a number, and the chapter ends there. I'm sure that there are other people who predicted that Queen was out to find Drake. And when he got found out, he would join the Straw Hats in this war. Even though Who's Who made it look like it was him that Queen was after. But this was a classic misdirection by Oda. All the other signs pointed to Drake. But I didn't think that Hawkins would be the one cornering him like this and forcing him into this decision. which was a pleasant surprise. I thought that Hawkins would convince Drake to join Law and the others, but it's actually the other way around. He's forcing Drake to join the Straw Hat Alliance. Also, Hawkins was saying that Drake let Law go. When I recall Law cornering Hawkins back when Law was imprisoned. So that's quite the turn of events, and all of these has left me so thirsty for more One Piece action. But the next chapter will be releasing on the 25th or the 26th, maybe. And those dates can't come any quicker. Anyway, this chapter was so awesome. I love this chapter a lot, and I hope you enjoyed it too, as well as this video. So if you did, please crush like as if you were Drake crushing that giant with Excalibur. Comment down below what you think about Hawkins in this chapter. I think he might be timing his betrayal, but what do you think? And subscribe to the channel so it could grow. Hit the notifications button because on the next video, we predict what would happen in chapter 991. So, as always, stay safe now. Peace!